Welcome to English Mastery Voyage channel.
Surprise birthday party. Miranda's 16th birthday was approaching, and her friends wanted to throw her a surprise party. They knew she loved surprises, so they planned everything in secret. On the day of her birthday, Miranda woke up to a seemingly ordinary day. Her friends had told her they were busy and couldn't hang out. Miranda felt a little disappointed, but decided to make the best of her day. She spent the morning with her family, who gave her small gifts and shared breakfast together. In the afternoon, Miranda's best friend, Marilee, called her. "Hey, Miranda, why don't you come over to my house?" "I need some help with a project," Emily said casually. Miranda agreed and headed over to Emily's house, not suspecting anything. When Miranda arrived, Emily greeted her with a hug and led her to the backyard. As soon as they stepped outside, Miranda's friends jumped out from behind the bushes and shouted, "Surprise! Happy birthday, Miranda!" Miranda was stunned and speechless. She couldn't believe her friends had planned this for her. The backyard was decorated with colorful balloons, streamers, and fairy lights. A large table was set up with delicious food, including Miranda's favorite snacks and a beautiful birthday cake. There was even a music playlist of all her favorite songs. Miranda's friends took turns giving her hugs and birthday wishes. They handed her gifts, each one thoughtfully chosen. Miranda felt overwhelmed with happiness and gratitude. She never expected such a wonderful surprise. As the evening went on, the friends played games, danced, and shared stories. Miranda couldn't stop smiling and laughing. The highlight of the night was when they all gathered around the cake, singing "Happy Birthday" loudly and cheerfully. Miranda made a wish and blew out the candles. Feeling truly blessed, after the cake was cut and everyone had their fill, they continued to enjoy the night. They set up a projector and watched Miranda's favorite movie under the stars. The laughter and fun continued late into the night when it was time to go home. Miranda thanked her friends for the unforgettable birthday surprise. She felt lucky to have such amazing friends who cared about her so much. Miranda went to bed that night with a heart full of joy, knowing she had celebrated her 16th birthday in the best way possible. Clara and her grandmother. Clara was a sweet and hard-working girl who lived with her grandmother in a small, cozy house on the edge of the village. Her parents had passed away when she was very young, and her grandmother had taken on the responsibility of raising her every morning. Clara would wake up early to help her grandmother with the household chores. She would sweep the floors, water the plants, and feed the chickens. Clara loved her grandmother dearly and wanted to ease her burden. Her grandmother, in return, adored Clara and often expressed her gratitude for the young girl's efforts. She would always say, "You are the sunshine in my life, Clara." One sunny afternoon, as Clara was watering the garden, she noticed her grandmother struggling to lift a heavy basket of laundry. Without hesitation, Clara ran to her side and took the basket from her. "Let me help you, Grandma," she said with a gentle smile. Her grandmother patted her on the head and said, "Thank you, my dear. You are always so helpful." After finishing the chores, Clara and her grandmother would sit down together for a cup of tea. They would talk about their day, share stories, and laugh. These moments were precious to Clara. As she cherished the time spent with her beloved grandmother, one day, Clara noticed that her grandmother seemed tired and worried. Concerned, she asked, "Is everything all right, Grandma?" Her grandmother sighed and replied, "I'm just a bit worried about the winter. It's going to be cold, and we need to make sure we have enough firewood." Clara thought for a moment and then said, "Don't worry, Grandma. I'll gather firewood from the forest. You rest and leave it to me." With determination, Clara set out into the forest and collected as much firewood as she could carry. When she returned home, her grandmother was overwhelmed with gratitude. "You are such a blessing, Clara," she said, with tears in her eyes. "Thank you for always being there for me." As winter approached, Clara continued to help her grandmother with every task. She made sure their home was warm and cozy, and that they had enough food to last through the cold months. Through her love and dedication, Clara showed her grandmother that she was never alone. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day. And together, they faced every challenge with courage and determination. Clara's hard-working, Akasa, and kind heart made her the pride of the village. Everyone admired her devotion to her grandmother, and they often spoke of the special bond the two shared. Clara and her grandmother lived happily together, knowing that they could always rely on each other. Their love and care for one another was a shining example to all, and their story became an inspiration for the entire village. The Resourceful Boy. In a small village, there lived a resourceful boy named Jack. Jack loved to play, but his family couldn't afford to buy him new toys. So, he found a creative solution. He made his own toys from old, discarded items. Every day after school, Jack would walk around the village, searching for anything that could be useful. He collected old cans, plastic bottles, broken pieces of wood, and scraps of fabric. To most people, these were just trash, but to Jack, they were treasures waiting to be transformed. One sunny afternoon, Jack found an old, broken wooden crate. He took it home and began to work on it. Using some nails and a hammer, he carefully took the crate apart and used the wooden planks to build a small, sturdy box. With some leftover paint, he decorated the box with colorful patterns. The box became a special storage for all his handmade toys and a place where he kept his secret treasures. Jack's friends were amazed by his creativity. They watched in awe as he demonstrated how to build and decorate the box. Inspired by Jack's ingenuity, they began to help him collect more old items. Together, they spent their afternoons transforming trash into treasure. One day, Jack found an old, torn piece of cloth and some empty tin cans. He came up with an idea to make musical instruments. He used sticks to create a drum set from the tin cans and fashioned a tambourine using the cloth and some bottle caps. Jack painted the instruments with bright colors, and soon they had a little band. Jack and his friends spent hours playing music and having fun together. Word of Jack's creativity spread throughout the village. Soon, other children began to bring him broken toys and discarded items, hoping he could work his magic on them. Jack gladly accepted the challenge, turning each broken item into something fun and new. Jack's talent didn't go unnoticed by the adults in the village. They admired his resourcefulness and creativity. Some of them even started to save old items for him, knowing that he would find a way to give them new life. Through his hard work and imagination, Jack not only created toys for himself and his friends, but also brought the community together. He showed everyone that even the most ordinary things could become extraordinary with a bit of creativity. Jack's story became an inspiration for many. He taught the village the importance of recycling and reusing items and how a little creativity could bring joy and happiness to everyone. His passion and resourcefulness reminded everyone that even in the simplest things, there is beauty and potential.